G'day everyone, Raid0AU and welcome back to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival in Alpha 3. And we are on episode 27. We're still building our capital vessel here, so I have done a little bit of work off camera. So we'll jump out, we'll make sure we've got our helmet on. And start falling back towards to Earth, so we'll turn our jetpack on. Or a cooler, I should say, not Earth, but you know what I mean. Alright, so you see I started to fill in some of the side bits here. Now one thing I am going to do, and I'm just going to do it down here next to these. So I'm actually going to place a gravity generator down. So, just make sure we got plenty of fuel in there. Alright. So, what I've done is, basically all I've done is I've started to fill these in. And then around this side I was just playing around out here, trying to work out what to do with the, how I wanted the walkway around the edges to be. Now that we've got a gravity generator, I can actually turn my jetpack off and we can walk around. So I'm thinking that basically out each side of the hangar here, and this was the kind of what I came up with at this stage. I was trying to work out a way of doing a nice circular diagonal tunnel, but this was basically what I came up with. This was the best I could come up with. If anyone can think of another way of doing it, let me know. I need to fill in these gaps here, obviously, and then basically the in fact we can do that right now. We're here. And then obviously there'll be a blocks over the top, so and that'll be the roof on it. So I'm thinking that this walkway will go all the way around the ship and then out into each of the sides here. Basically we can have some functional rooms. So that's the thought process at the moment. Turn the jetpack back on. So you can kind of see that comes around there. But today, really, what I'm looking for, or what I'm wanting to do today, is to really look at the shaping side of things. I need to work out how the shaping's going to be. And you see here that this comes out to, and that's the level of the floor. So I believe, yeah, this is the front, because there's the blue block up there. So I'll take those ones out. Okay, so whoop, we can turn our jetpack back off at the moment. So effectively what we want to do is we want to do the same thing here, and then we want to join the two together. So I'm going to take this out and that block out. So that'll be the doorway through there. We do that, that, and that. Is that the way? Yep. That. And then we just take that one. No, something didn't work. Or did I? Yes, it did. And then we want this one. But I can never work out which way to spin these things. Like that. And then like that. Okay. Alright, so just for the moment we need to turn our jetpack back on, so we can just come back out here. We just want to be laying some blocks down, just some standard blocks. Just do. You know what's going to happen, that core is going to be right smack in the middle of where we don't want it to be. Alright, let's deal with that right now because it's going to get in the way. Alright, where's the small vessel? Let's come over to the small vessel. Other side. Alright, that. Should be everything. Alright. What we'll do is we'll actually just come down and stick that in here. It's a bit unprotected at the moment, but I'm not too bothered by it at this stage. We'll just fill this side out. Just like that. Alright. So what we then used was these ones. Let's just have a look here. Alright, so we want that one to spin there. So that would be the next door through. In which case we need there. Let's just chuck a light down on the ground here just so we can see what we're doing. Actually, let's just... we'll just go there. Okay, so now it's one of these. And then we just want to put these ones along. Like that. Let's see. Oh, we need to put that one on. Just there. Alright. That one can go there. Alright, so we come out. Yep. Comes around the side here and into here. Yep, good. Alright, jetpack back on. Okay, so that gives me an idea of the actual corridor. So what we then want is, because on this side obviously there's going to be another putting normal blocks in just for the moment, just so. Alright, so that's going to be the doorway through. Be the doorway through to that section. Remembering that this is going to be the cockpit. Alright, let's get rid of that one. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's. Needs to go back. Now, it was mentioned, Shanna mentioned in the comments, and thanks for pointing it out, Shanna, that the door at the bottom here and the doors at the top are not the same widths, and I did realise that as I was putting them in, but we'll work around that. At least those are central, so or sort of down the midline, so it should be okay. We should be able to work around that okay. Alright, so how far do I need this to come out? Bring that out there. Let's actually get rid of that. And do I want it to come out just there, or do I want it to... Let's have a look here. we got down the bottom here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. There's 1. So that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I reckon that's about as far as we need to go. Yeah, that'll give us a decent... But what we probably want to do yeah. Alright, I'm going to break these wedges out for the moment. Because they were okay to start off with, but I actually think what we're going to need is we're going to need to actually go slope blocked. And that just means that we need to alternate. And it will just widen the slope out a bit for us. I think it'll give us a better look, but we'll try it and see. I think that's probably a better slope to be working with, and then the last one here can be a normal. That'll just give us a more rounded side to it. Now, just thinking to myself, the next thing we're going to need to, if we're going to work with it like that, the next thing we then need to work out is what the diameter of the circle effectively is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 17. So it's 35. That's quite large. Larger than I thought it might be, but just working out. Okay. So what did we say this was? This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need another 4 on here. We'll get rid of these blocks. So it should be 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so. Whoops. 3, 4. One out to there. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, still the same. 1, 2, 4. Just take that out. All right. So now what we've got to do is work around the sides. So we need to build the outer circle, and this is the final outer circle. So this is the centerpiece, the center hub, and then we'll have that. Sorry, that's the center hub there, and this will be the outer ring. Get it right in a minute. All right. So what we want to do is go. Put 4 on that side. This is going to require a hell of a lot of propulsion to get this thing to even move, but we'll work on that. Okay. Another 4, and then we'll do a 3, and on this side we'll do 4 and 3. And then we should be able to do 2s all the way along. Doesn't matter, that's going to be filled in anyway. Alright, so that's the quarter. So you see with the corridor here, basically I have got quite a bit of room in here. So it means I can have a decent room out here, a decent room out here, and not all of this needs to be filled in. So like it's not going to be solid in here. There'll be some free space. I will, however, fill in the floor here. And there'll be sections of this ship that I'll be able to go to once. Part of these filling ins, some of them aren't really that necessary for the function of the fish. All right, we're building a fish now for the function of the ship, but for the purposes of building it, sometimes we need to put these in, and then what I can do is once the basic construction is done, I can then go in and work out, okay, well this area can be hollow, doesn't need to have anything inside it, and just clear them out. And that saves on mass, because each block adds a little bit of mass. And as we add more mass, the more propulsion we're going to need. Alright, let's chuck a couple of lights down just to light the area up a bit. It's a decent sized area, as you can see. Okay. Alright. So now it's a matter of really going around, just completing that circle all the way around, and then completing it at this level as well, where the blue block is. So complete it round there, and then we should be good. That will be a lot of the main construction done, and then we can start outfitting and putting stuff in. So I'll probably do a lot of that off camera. We're going to need to do a bit of filling in here. See, areas like this is a prime example. Area like this, doesn't need all those blocks in. Maybe put another one there, just so there's a double layer at each side, at each place. But we don't need all these blocks in here. So, and actually that's a good view from there, because that's how originally we had the slope, just standard slope, and this is the new slope there, which I think will look a bit better when it comes to the final look of it. Yeah. Alright guys, going to call the video here. So we're getting there slowly but surely. This is the critical time really of making sure we just get things in the right place. Once we've got the whole thing done, it's very hard to change things sometimes, so you want to get it done at the design stage. And as I've always said, I do work off these things sort of, I have an idea in my head, but that's about it. So I'm very much building on the fly as we go here. So hope you're enjoying watching it. If you are, please leave a like and subscribe. And look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm Raid0AU, signing out.